Some houses do not want to be sold, and some people don't want to sell them. That's the case for Louise, who does not want to leave her child with her ex so she could travel to South Carolina to sell her parents' house after they died. She does not want to go back to a house full of her dad's scholarly credentials and her mom's puppets and dolls. And she does not want to see her brother Mark, who is just a deadbeat for the most part. But unfortunately for Louise, she's going to need Mark's help in order to sell the house, because it's going to take more than a coat of paint to get this house on the market. Sometimes your past and your family can haunt you like nothing else. And that's precisely what happens in How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. My next favorite horror book is Episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. Led by husband and wife team Matt and Claire Kirkland, Fade to Black is the newest hit ghost hunting reality TV show. Episode 13 takes them to the holy grail of paranormal investigating locations. It's a place called the Paranormal Research Foundation, and it is the building that was the home of some bizarre experimentation that happened back in the 1970s, and it is proposed to be highly haunted. Things begin to unravel as the house starts to reveal itself to this team as they are conducting their investigation. And everything over the course of time goes terribly and absolutely horribly wrong. This book actually gave me goosebumps a couple of times, which never happened. So I would highly recommend Episode 13. Imagine finding the house of your dreams. You leave the city and the corporate rat race and settle in the serene meadow surrounded by the forests and mountains in the Teton Valley. Well, this was reality for Harry and Sasha, and they couldn't have been happier until their nearest neighbors show up with more than just housewarming presents. They have a warning that a malevolent spirit will haunt them each season, becoming increasingly diabolical. If only Harry and Sasha had just had weird neighbors, but no, their neighbors were actually correct. They soon realized that Dan and Lucy were right. With each passing season, the spirit grows stronger, more sinister, and more diabolical. And just leaving is not a solution, because the spirit will find them. This book is not without its problems. There were some issues that I had with it. Mainly, I thought that there were some questions that it could have been answered much earlier in the book. So I am going to put that out there with an asterisk. But I thought that the premise of the book was so fantastic and so different that it really set this book apart, and I was willing to overlook several inherent problems in the writing style. So I would suggest Old Country as one of my favorite horror books. It's November 1991. Nirvana's in the tape deck. George Herbert Walker Bush is in the White House. And Charlie, well, she's in the car with a man who just might be a serial killer. Josh Baxter's the driver, and he met Charlie at the campus rideshare board, where they each decided to share a ride back home to Ohio. On the ride home, Charlie begins to have her suspicions about Josh. I mean, they just left a school where Charlie's roommate was the third victim of the campus killer. And as Josh's story that he tells Charlie gets riddled with holes, Charlie begins to wonder if she's sharing a car with the campus killer. Charlie, of course, has nowhere to run and no way to call for help, so all that she really needs to do is survive the night. And to find out if she does survive the night, you will have to read a book by that title, Survive the Night, by Riley Sager. And I would recommend just anything by Riley Sager. He is one of my favorite horror authors, and Survive the Night is one of my favorites by him. So pick it up. For more bookish content, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It'll really help my channel grow and will draw like-minded individuals to this channel so that there could be some great book discussions in the future. Thanks. See you next time around.